Hello, my name is Daniel Tharp. I'm the Housing Operations Coordinator at University Housing at SOU. You're probably watching this video because you've received your self-selection time slot and are ready to learn how to pick your own room through our self-selection module. The first step is you're going to re-access your housing portal, which is located through your Inside SOU account, and it's where you first went to sign up for university housing. You're going to go ahead and click the housing portal to get started. From there, make sure to select the academic year that you're joining university housing. And then you're going to go ahead and click continue. You're going to land on the contract status page, which is going to break down the date that you signed up to live with university housing. It's also going to talk about self-selection a little bit. The other thing you'll notice is that your time slot, if you've been given one, will appear at the bottom. If, for whatever reason, you are viewing this page before your time slot has come up, you will not have access to the next screen that we're going to go to, but you will be able to view that time right here. So once your time slot has come up and you are ready to get started, you're going to save and continue. A special note here, if you are part of a confirmed roommate group, it's very important that you've communicated with your other roommates to make sure you have all decided who's going to select the room, because they're going to be selecting the room for everybody in the confirmed roommate group. So if that's you, you're going to go ahead and click save and continue. If somebody else has agreed to pick the rooms for all of you, they will go ahead and go through this process. So this next page, the initial selection page, is going to break down the buildings that you are allowed to live in. In some cases, there are buildings that either are going to be offline or, for example, Madrone, which is only open to transfer students and upper class students. Those communities may not show up for you based on your classification and also the community preference you and your roommates listed when you signed up for university housing. I'm going to go ahead, just to give an example of some errors you might run into during self-selection, I'm going to select Applegate. Applegate is a traditionally freshman hall with all double rooms, and I'm going to go ahead and select that. And we're getting a little bit of lag time. There we go. And on the right, it's going to populate all the rooms that we can select from. On each of those, it's going to break down the gender of that room. For example, in Green Springs, there are gendered floors. There's also co-ed floors. But for example, the floors on Applegate's second floor at this current configuration are male. So I'm going to go ahead and select those rooms. Now, I'm in a group of 4, so I'm going to go ahead and select 2 different rooms, GSA 211 and GSA 212. However, because I'm in a confirmed roommate group of 4, the system only allows me to select 1 physical room. In this case, I'm not going to be able to self-select into Applegate because there are only 2 beds available. So I'm going to go ahead and click Go Back. And what that's going to do is I'm going to start over and make sure I can look for a community that I'm eligible for. So I'm going to go ahead and select Shasta Hall. I do know that Shasta Hall has double suites that have 4 bed spaces. So I'm going to look for 4 bed spaces. Now, on the right, it's going to populate every room that is currently available. And as those rooms are taken by other individuals who've signed up for university housing, those rooms will obviously no longer show on this list. Now, I'm looking for a double because I'm in a group of 4. I can also, over here on the left, specify different types that I'm looking for. So I'm going to look just for doubles. On the right, my list is updated, so now I can look at just what's available. The other important thing to note is, as you can see next to the description of the room, it's going to tell me what type of community this particular suite is. So if I've signed up for the garden or the LGBTQ themed community, it's only going to show me on the portal rooms that I'm eligible for. As my group and my profile are single gender, I'm only going to see single gender units. So you're going to see that right there. If for whatever reason your community has run out, especially in our themed communities where it's limited, you'll need to change that profile. You and your roommates will need to change that profile by going under the community preference over here on the left. You can make that update yourself. It is important to also remember that all members of your roommate group will need to change their community preference so that more room options open up for you. But I can see now that there are single gender options, and I am able to select enough spaces. So again, just like in Applegate, I wouldn't be able to select, for example, Shasta 112A and Shasta 115A. If I go ahead and try and do that, it's again not going to allow me because I need to make sure that my bed spaces are in the same suite. I'm going to go ahead and cancel 115 there. Now you'll notice for Shasta, for example, 112A and 112B, those are in the same suite. They're individual rooms, 2 double rooms to be exact, but because they're in the same suite, the system will allow me to select those. The other thing to really keep in mind when you're selecting rooms is if you have not selected enough bed spaces for the size of your group and you try and continue, it's not going to let you. It says here that my roommate group contains 4 members, and none of them have room assignments or bookings. So I need to select enough bed spaces to be able to place all 4 of us. So again, I'm going to go ahead and select 112A and 112B. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to the bottom and save and continue. Finally, I'm going to get to this page, which is the Assign Beds page. And it's fairly simple. I'm going to have a list of my account along with the accounts of my confirmed roommate group. So all I have to do is from the drop-down, I'm going to select the exact bed spaces that me and my suite mate or roommates are going to stay in. So this is where you determine, again, after having communicated with your roommate group, which side each individual is going to live on and who they are specifically going to be roommates with. So in this case, my account wishes to be roommates with Eric here. So I'm going to put him in the A-2 space with me. And as you can see, as I fill them, they're noted as who's living in them. And then I'm going to go ahead and assign these 2 accounts to the B side. Then I'm going to go ahead and click Assign Beds. After I've clicked Assign Beds, the portal gives you 8 minutes and 22 seconds, to where those rooms are on hold. No one else who is currently accessing the portal will be able to grab those specific rooms. This gives you a little bit of time if you need to call roommates, make sure that they're good with the selection that you've made, give you a little bit of time to think about, are these the exact rooms that I want? And right now, as the timer goes down, I have that much time to really think about, is this the space I want to be in? If not, I can go ahead and click Go Back, and I will start from the beginning. But I'm feeling good about Shasta 112A and 112B, and I've selected all the rooms I want. I'm going to go ahead and click Confirm Assignment or Assignments. And that is it. I have completed the self-selection process. You'll now notice at the top under the contract status page that it now lists my room reservation for Shasta 112A-1. The same status update will be available to all of your roommate group members. If for whatever reason you and your roommate group are not communicating as well and you get to this page and you see a room assignment, it means that one of the members of your roommate group has already selected a room for you. And that is it for self-selection. If you have any issues during the process or have any questions about this video whatsoever, please again give us a call at 541-552-6371. You can also email us at housing@suu.edu, and have a wonderful day.